Right here is a little bit higher quality for an output facility like a hotel or a casino or a hospital or something that's doing a lot of fast cooking, trying to get the product out real fast. A couple of the differences that they have is, and I just learned this, Hap, come on the bus, scoot me a little bit, but as you can tell, we got stock pot grates. The burners are still the same, so you can put a stock pot on this grate. This is just a standard grate right here for your pans and stuff. The burners on these units are 37,000 BTUs versus 32,000 on the standard commercial. So a little bit higher BTUs. They have, as the standard commercial does, the lift-off burner, but this one right here has the anti-clog burner. It's just got a little lip right here, so if you get a little bit of boil over, it keeps it from clogging up. But you still got the top burner. Because what happens normally when you have an anti-clog burner, all the hose are on the side, so when the flame comes up, it's coming up on the side of the pot instead of in the center of it. That's where you want it is, in the center, because you get to the boiling point a lot faster when the pot's in the center. So we also include some burners, hose here on top, so that we can actually heat the bottom of it as well. Realistically, it's going to clog up. You're going to get carbon built up in it over a period of time. So what I always like to tell everybody is it's self-cleaning. Just take it and put it upside down on the other burner, turn it on for a minute or two. It'll burn all that carbon out around it. Yeah, and you don't have to sit here with a toothpick or something like that. And of course, like I told Hap, you can't just grab it instantly. You gotta let it cool down for a minute or so, put a mitten on or something, put it back on. So 37,000 BTUs on our burners. We have two options. Just on the Medallion line, you can get the standard grade or you can get the stock pot grade. We can do pretty much any kind of configuration you want. As you can see, we can do a griddle here. You can see we got a standard 3/4 griddle up to 1.5 inch on the griddle plate. We do the fryers. We got the fryers in 90,000 BTUs up to 175,000 BTUs. We can do the broiler. Storage spaces up underneath here where you can store stuff. This right here is actually an infrared boiler that fits up underneath here, so you can put it here in stainless steel. I don't know why anybody would upgrade to a stainless steel and pay extra money for it, because the porcelain is so much easier to clean. It also acts as an insulator too to help keep some of the heat in inside the oven. Comes standard with one rack. The ovens can come with standard oven, Convection or Convection, and I think he was explaining this. The only difference between Convection and Convection is the speed of the motor. You just don't have a fast barreling effect of the air inside with a standard Convection. With Convection, it's a lot slower. It's a softer air, and it's circulating inside the cavity a little bit better. Got the pull-out belly bar that comes standard on the Medallion, so that the chef, when he's over here cooking, it don't transfer the heat to the outside of this bar right here, so he don't get burned or anything while he's cooking. It also lets it out to where you get a little bit bigger landing legs to where you can put a plate or a pot or something like that up there while you're transferring stuff over. Comes standard with the over shelf with the holes in it, which is pretty neat, because you could actually, if you're fixing several plates, you can put a couple plates up there and let it keep warm with the heat coming up while you're getting all the plates out, getting it off to the table and stuff. Then here on the end is the banquet broiler. It's got 3 different adjustable settings. It actually pulls out. It's got the tray that lets all the crumbs and stuff go down, so you can pull it out and clean it. And it also has a finishing oven that goes on top too. And this right here is just, all this is with our Medallion series. You can't get this with the standard unit. You do not have a standard Medallion oven versus a standard commercial oven like we have. It's all the same. And the 2 different ones you got standard depth, which means the sheet pans go in sideways. And then you got the bakery depth, which they'll go in sideways or lengthways. It's just really the preference of the chef with that. I mean, I could see he had the sheet pans, but
there's one of them.
Yeah, one of the chefs told me one day at a show. I asked, I'm like, what's the difference? So if it's like this, you're taking the pan out, you got to turn around and put it somewhere. On the table, on the top of the range, whatever you're doing. If you're doing it this way, you can always stand to the side, pull the pan out, and it's just easier to to put the pan wherever it's going. Another thing too is you notice that our doors opened up wide. Some of the convection ovens don't open up too wide. If you're pulling your pan out this way, and I seen it at the school food show one day, I noticed all the little ladies running around, they got burnt marks on the back of their elbows. It's because the convection ovens don't open up. When they go out here to take this pan out, they're hitting their elbows and it's burning their elbows. Let's say if you're baking at 450 degrees, you're through with that product and you need to go start baking at 350. You turn it to 350, open up the door, push it to cool. It helps pull the temperature down a little faster than just letting it sit there normally. Letting it just the heat escape by itself. So it helps, get your product in and out of the kitchen a little bit faster. And at night, if you want to cool it down to wipe it down, you can also do the same.